Nice and warm in here. Morning, guys. Today I've got to take the gas guzzler to the garage because they've got to service it. I keep putting it off because we've had this house move on. So today's the day. Finally got to trek over there, take the car in and get it sorted out. It's things like this that make me just like... Now, don't get me wrong, I do actually love this car. Like, I'm grateful for the car that I've got. Like, it's a really nice car. I don't know, I just feel like really done with this whole kind of servicing thing. You know, I just feel like with electric cars, you just don't have any of this drama. Like, I've put oil in this car, I've topped up like diesel, exhaust fluid, whatever the hell that is. All these things, and it's just like a continuously, there's like something on the dashboard that's basically saying, like, do this, do that, put this fluid in, put that fluid in. And it's kind of like, oh, do you know what? And now I've got to take it for a service as well. Doesn't actually cost anything because it's part of the deal, but I don't know. Anything that just kind of like needs this much maintenance to actually keep going and keep the emissions down and everything else, just got to be a bad thing. I've been looking more and more into Teslas and like the Model X and like this new Model 3 that's coming out as well. And I'm really, really sold on it. It's just, there's just something just holding me back right now. There's a lot of incentives, like you can actually claim back some tax if you've got a business in the UK for an electric car, for the purchase of an electric car. So yeah, it's pretty good. It's pretty good stuff. I just need to commit to doing it. I've also been reading a few things about people saying like, not build quality, but like issues with some of the Teslas. I know, obviously it's like, you know, it's not a prestigious car make, like, you know, this is supposed to be like a Land Rover, you know, good British based car, but I don't know, I just feel like, you know, there's issues with every car. So, you know, at the end of the day, something so new, I mean, it's not that new really anyway, is it? I mean, they've been around for quite a while now. Also, I've been following the progress of that Zoe Sport, the electric sport hot hatch thing. There's only a concept car at the moment, but it looks absolutely brutal. I mean, it'd be such a fun car. It's not an everyday car, but yeah, that does look insane. I mean, there's other options, obviously, like the standard Zoe or the Leaf or things like that. But I just like the presence of the Teslas on the road because they're just a little bit bigger. They're more sort of in line with this kind of league of car, I suppose. Just a bit more solid. You just feel a bit more safe, you know. Also, the inbuilt sat-nav isn't really cutting it today. I've got my iPhone in there because the Range Rover built-in sat-nav won't accept the postcode of the dealer. That's a bit of a fail. I did actually read this morning that Land Rover actually committed to, by 2020, they're actually going to have a full electric range of cars. I don't know if that means they're just going to completely cut out the other ones. Probably not, but that is a really good move. Would I buy an electric Range Rover when it came along? Oh, I don't know, it's hard to say. The thing is, I feel like all the other companies like Tesla and, you know, some of these other ones are so far ahead in terms of what they've done so far with electric that, you know, can the other manufacturers really catch up? Or, you know, is it going to be as good? I just don't know. The performance of the Tesla is just something else about it that is amazing. And I don't know if other cars manufacturers are going to sort of make their cars that crazy. So they're giving me a disco then. While I'm here, might as well. There's nothing in Maplins that I really need. I've got to hand it to their purchasing department though. They're doing a blooming good job. There's a lot of stuff in there that you just cannot get anywhere other than like online. So like, I can see why they've survived as a retailer, as a high street retailer. I mean, they must have quite a few stores now. I'm really not sure about this colour. Let's go home then. Right, back home now. Do you want a quick little tour of the Discovery then? It's very similar to our one actually, but it's just sort of slightly different. It feels a bit kind of, I don't know, less sporty, I suppose. There's loads of space in the back. You can fit another 2 seats in the back of it, I think. I think that's what I saw. So yeah, it's pretty cool. So this is it from the outside. It's just like ours, but just a bit bigger really. Whoa, solid. So guys, this is for switching radios to antennas. I will show you the antenna I've put up on here in a minute, but basically this is what I need because I've only got one antenna and I've got a few different radios that I want to use. Right, that was a bit of a mission to get set up. So basically I've got the antenna coming into the top there, and then each one of these little outputs here goes to each one of these radios, and I've got them all set up now. So yeah, you can basically just flick between radios by using this switch up here. So it saves you kind of having to, you know, unplug all the wires each time, antenna cables, things like that. And it means I can still just use my one antenna. So for those of you into the radio side of things, it's that time again, time of year again.
Now last year,
Apple Keynote.
Apple TV app.
I don't know, it's kind of lost a little bit of its pizzazz since the sort of first ones I used to watch when I was excited to see what the iPhone was going to look at. But I still do watch them because it's quite interesting.
Together with me is my colleague Mike.
So that's just playing on the Mac. I've got it playing in the front room as well on YouTube because I haven't even got an Apple TV hooked up. So I'm going to go and sit with Sarah and watch it because she wants to see what the new iPhone's going to look like.
We can create devices that are far more intelligent.
Far more capable.
That's exactly what I was on. The iPhone. What? No, this is the old one. It looks the same.
That's not the picture they've been showing on the news.
No, but that's because I think there's another one they're saying that's called iPhone X or iPhone 10. So they're saying iPhone 8 does 4K at 60 frames a second. It's pretty impressive because you might be able to get a little bit of slow-mo with that. Like this camera doesn't even do that. It does like 30 frames a second at 4K. So in the dark, next doors, they're building the house next door. And they've just basically gone for a mains cable.
Is it singing like the?
And the electric guys are here to like try and sort it out. So it's going to take about an hour, right in the middle of watching this thing. And we've sorted out. We've just got an iPhone just sitting there by the window so it gets signal. So we can just try and
shut up, we might be able to actually listen to it.
Wireless charging.
The first iPhone revolutionized a decade of technology. I'd like to invite Phil back up. Phil?
Yeah. Missed one.
To each corner where it follows the tight curve of the design.
I'm waiting for how they explain the little cut out of the top.
Both the front and the back, using the same super strong formula as iPhone 8.
Power's back on. That's that then. I'm in serious need of a haircut at the moment, hence the reason why I'm wearing a cap all the time. Anyway, they sorted the power out to the house in the end, like got it back on, but it was just annoying because we were trying to watch that Apple thing and they just came around and said, oh, we're going to turn the power off because it was actually working, but it was, I don't know, it was like some strange intermittent thing. They'd half gone through the cable or something like that, so it's pretty dodgy. But anyway, they got that sorted out and yeah, we're all back up and running, but it just keeps happening at the moment, like because they're building next door and the cables for our house run underneath there or something, so yeah, it's just a bit annoying. Each time they cut through it, our power goes, so that's why I need some sort of backup power like solar or something, but I suppose it's not going to happen forever. It's just one of these temporary things. Anyways, yeah, so that Apple thing was quite interesting. It's quite good to see the latest, you know, iPhone. You know, there's a couple in the range that are just pretty kind of bog standard, just like very, very minor upgrades, like the iPhone 8. And Sarah was like, what happened to the iPhone 9? Where's that? So yeah, we'll get hold of one of them, and then once I do, I'll probably do the same as what I did last year, and give a rundown and sort of my thoughts on the phone itself. Should be quite interesting. I'm really looking forward to that screen. I feel like the iPhone hasn't really changed design for quite a long time, so having sort of, you know, a different take on it. Also, that screen, what got me thinking is that screen for the drone as well, like in the drone controller, that's going to be, I reckon that's going to be pretty game changing. So what else? The car's actually still at the dealers. They sent me a little video clips showing, you know, I don't know what it is. It's something they do seem to do now, but it's like just a little video clip. It basically says like things are okay. We found this or found that. Fortunately, there's no issues or anything like that. You wouldn't expect it. It's kind of brand new car anyway. Only like a year old. But yeah, so that's all right. That's sorted. I'll probably have to go and get that tomorrow. Anyway, I just come out here just to basically check on things because obviously all the power went off, so the computers and stuff just shut down. And yeah, it's just started hammering it down. So my little walk back to the house, I'm going to get pretty soaked, and my hair's going to look even more ridiculous. So anyway, guys, I hope you enjoyed the video, and I'll catch you in the next one.